panic training. Just gonna send her. Welcome back. We are in Roth, Germany with Richard Laidlow, and he is going to do the intro of the video. We're back with another video. It's race week, finally. What day are we today? Wednesday. Race is Sunday. It's been a while since I've been in a race week, and so today we are panic training. I asked my dad if I could do a 4-hour ride because, yeah, last week didn't go to plan. I got sick and also got food poisoning a bit before that. So I asked my dad if I could do a 4-hour ride into a 1-hour run, which could be quite a lot to do on a Wednesday, but the Wednesday before a race. But I feel like I need it, and yeah, I'm not going to kill myself. Just try and get through it. I feel strong and healthy. And yeah, that's it. Today I did some panic training with 4 hours, a 4-hour ride into a 1-hour run, which I just felt I needed really. So the week before arriving here, I had a pretty unlucky week. I got food poisoning on Monday, which kind of put me out for 2 days. And then just as I was getting out of that, my girlfriend got sick. She got kind of just a head cold. She kindly gave it to me, even though, bless her, it's not her fault. I was thinking, damn, really everything is coming to test me, because of course I really needed a smooth running, considering effectively the lack of fitness or the lack of time to prepare. I wouldn't feel comfortable getting to an Ironman start line with any less training than what I have right now. So let's just say that I've done the bare minimum. At the moment, I'm just happy to be healthy and feel like I can finish an Ironman competitively. Yeah, this morning I felt pretty good. Not the best I've ever felt, because I'm still lacking a little bit of kind of peak fitness. But this morning I did 4 hours at 280 watts average with 128 BPM. So like a steady zone 1, zone 2 ride. Did 20 minutes at 130 heart rate, 20 minutes at 140, 20 minutes at 150, with 150 being my Ironman heart rate. That went pretty well. I think I did 4:22, 4:08 pace, and then 3:40 for the last one. The most important thing was for me to finish that kind of big training session while still feeling in control and fine. I'm really going into this race, I guess, with a different mindset to I have done in most of my races so far. I really feel like I've kind of been out of the sport, even though I was still racing Kona competitively last year. I feel like I've been out of the sport. I've missed this whole first half of the season, and I really hit such a low place that it's really changed my vision, because now not only do I just appreciate being healthy, but I also appreciate how cool this job is that we get to do, and fully soaking in these experiences, you know, because I don't know how many I'm going to get, how many times I get to come to Roth. Just enjoying the whole atmosphere here with my family and my girlfriend is a privilege in itself. So Thursday, I'm really recovering from the bigger training session day I did. So I'll just do an easy swim in the morning. The pool here is amazing to train. The running trails are amazing. So I've actually contemplated coming here to just do a training camp at some point. But yeah, you need to get lucky with the weather. And at the moment, the weather is pretty warm.
Never switch on the homies in the day ones. They didn't wanna open doors, so we made some. Take a bow on these haters like I'm Trey Young. That direct deposit hitting like a bass drum. Incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming. Switch on the that I came up with. No new friends with the same old clique. Couple old homies went and stabbed me in the back, but it's no love lost. I'll probably bless them with some stats.
Roth was a huge event, not just for the athletes, but also for the brands and my partners. And so it's important for us to collaborate and do effectively meet and greets, because there's over 5,000 age groupers and multiple thousand spectators. Loads of little things basically from now until race day, so there won't actually be that much time to train, but that's fine. It's the same for everyone, and you don't want to be training loads, just the few days leading into the Ironman.
Today was busy, very busy, but all good. Everything went smoothly. Just had some food. Now I'm gonna go and watch either Wimbledon or Tour de France Netflix series, and go to sleep because tomorrow we'll have another busy day, and then Saturday is more chill, so yeah, that'll be nice. But yeah, a lot of press commitments and sponsorship commitments, which is fine. It's good to see the fans effectively, and yeah, Roth is not shy of having fans, so yeah, been a long day.
As it's a non-wetsuit swim on Sunday, it means that you can actually use what we call a speed suit, so it's slightly quicker than just normal skin, but not the same speed or warmth as a wetsuit.
I've done the first stage of shaving my arms to get a little extra mental edge on the swimming. I need Richard to tell every split needs to be, if I swim 32, he needs to say 31. So if I swim 105, he needs to say 105. I've always wondered if coaches do that. I'm sure he does that.
But it depends. It depends. Very rarely with Sam actually, because Sam then turns around and goes, "I didn't swim that."
Session was a bit colder. The temperature's dropped now, but the pool was like 25 degrees. It was fine when I was swimming hard, but a bit too cold when I was swimming easy. We just did a little bit of speed work, just like 6 100s, kind of like with some progressive stuff in it. Coming in between 105 and 107, 108. I haven't done any intensity for a while and cut to limit intensity, so we don't want it to be too much of a shock to the system when I get on the race course. So just doing a little bit of speed.
Yeah, because it can't go past.
It's directly when you measure it from here, or maybe from here it's 25.
Yeah.
Completely.
But this one is good because it's actually 600.
Yeah.
And then 62.
62,
Yeah.
11, 34.
Perfect. And this is the new wheel. This one.
That's the new wheel. Correct. With the tire that JP
Perfect.
say to mount it on.
Awesome. Jens has just kindly brought me my race bike, fresh frame, new frame, all the race equipment on it. So I got a 62 tooth train ring. I got a chain catcher so it doesn't come off. I think it's an 1134 cassette. Favero Assi on the pedals as always. And yeah, in terms of hydration, some of the things have changed for the rules and regulations. But this is exactly how the bike will be when I'm racing on Sunday. So yeah, it's pretty sick. They've even got the logo all over here on the cockpit. New Swiss side wheel, which is coming out today or tomorrow. I think actually it's coming out for the Tour de France. And yeah, ready to send it. Just gonna send her. Challenge Roth is one of the longest standing triathlons. It's probably the biggest triathlon there is when it comes to age groupers and just how unique it is in general. It's really a race that you have to come see to experience it. It's a race that for years now has been sold out within a minute, and there's a reason for that. So yeah, outside of winning the Ironman World Championships, for me, coming to Roth is obviously a very important date on my calendar.
With us, more than 59. Mr. Sam Laidlaw.
Little bit of time.
How many selfies?
I don't know. I think close to 200 maybe in 2 hours. That's pretty good. What's that? That's like one selfie every 2 selfies a minute. Yeah, there's a lot of people, but it's also good, you know, good to see that people care about triathlon. And yeah, what I like the most, I guess, is more when you see youngsters and it makes their day, you know. It's rare to see young triathletes, and yeah, it's nice to see that. I guess triathlon is growing, and yeah, but now should be more chill tomorrow. Pretty relaxed. I think tomorrow just getting all my stuff ready, which takes a lot of time. And random people taking pictures. You do feel a little bit like, what's the word? Show pony. I can't imagine what it must be like for like someone who's actually famous, you know? Because I'm famous in triathlon, but I'm not famous in like everyday life. But imagine if you're
Mbappé, like.
If you're Lewis Hamilton or someone like that, it must be mad. Like, you can't. It must be like this all the time. It must just be exhausted. That's the only reason I'm not an F1 driver, actually, or a tennis player, because I'm pretty talented at both. It's just because I don't want the crowds. Alcaraz and Sinner should be fucking happy that I'm not. I didn't pick up a ball instead of a bike. Roth is a really small town, not really made for effectively accommodating such a huge event. But Felix and his family have done an amazing job kind of over the years of building trust between the homestays and all the companies in the town and around the region. And so there isn't a lot of places to effectively stay. Pretty much all the athletes stay in either a homestay and then a few lucky ones get to stay in this retirement home where we are right now. So me and my girlfriend are here, and then my parents are in the homestay, which is just about 200 meters away, with Maria and Michael, who have kindly accommodated us this year and who we stayed with 2 years ago. There's just a great culture here for the sport and a love for the sport, and they really embrace the event to an extent which is amazing. You know, so I know people that have been to the same homestay for 20 years and come here every year and have built up proper friendships. Saturday I got up early and did just a very small brick session with a few sprints on the bike. And then the whole rest of the day I just really got my stuff ready, prepared everything I needed, because there's so much preparation that has to go into an Ironman, whether it be how we put our bib number on to make sure it's as aero as possible, how our helmet sits, putting the elastics on the cycle shoes, to all the personal needs bottles and organising them so I get them. And I literally spent from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I was just preparing all my stuff. But it's kind of exciting, you know, that moment, because you feel like you're getting ready to go to war, and the more you prepare, hopefully the easier it goes. Then on Saturday afternoon at about 4:30 we went to transition. I like to wreck my bike last so that no one slashes my tyres or puts anything in my bladder. And that was actually the moment where I started to get a bit stressed for the first time. Before that I'd been really quite relaxed.
Also zurück ist ein ehemaliger Rotsieger aus 20.
Yeah, so just dropped the bikes off. Very, very busy. Like a war in there, pretty much. My dad and my uncle were acting as bodyguards on the way out, which seemed to work. But it's quite intense, to be fair. And I'm starting to feel the nerves now a bit more on the way here and stuff. Up to now, I've been quite relaxed, and now it's kind of hit me wondering if I've done enough. Well, I don't feel like I've done enough, but yeah, I just need to keep reminding myself that I haven't really got anything to prove to anyone. I just need to. The whole goal of this race was for me to be as a test to see if I'm healthy enough again to finish an Ironman competitively. So yeah, I just got to remind myself that that's what I'm here to do, and enjoy it. You know, kind of accept that maybe might not be my day to win, even though obviously the competitive nature that I have is difficult to quiet. Quiet, is that what you say? Silence, let's say, is difficult to silence it sometimes. So yeah, just going to enjoy the day. and do everything that I can control. Guten Morgen. Just Nora and me.
And welcome to the DATEV Challenge Roth 2025. Today we are celebrating 41 years of triathlon in Roth. Back on that day, only 90 athletes lined up to race. Today, well, we have around 3,500 individuals, including 700 relay teams from 100 nations around the world. This is a race that sells out in under 60 seconds, and we have around 5,000 athletes in total.
I woke up feeling pretty good, quite relaxed, and just excited to race. This is always a moment that I really like. I just love the atmosphere that there is before these races. I love putting my earphones on and listening to some tunes and just being in my little bubble, and I can kind of just sense that other athletes are looking at me and looking at what I'm doing, and yeah, I feed off almost their nervous energy, and I love that somehow. I always tell myself the day prior that whatever's happened before, it's a one-day event and you need to be good and healthy and fit on that one day, no matter what's happened before. And you've got to really, really want it. You know, you've got to wake up really eager and keen to fully commit to destroying yourself out there on the field. Then I just I chilled out for a bit because it was still quite early once I'd wrecked my bike. I made sure I Vaselined up so I don't have any irritations, as when you're racing an Ironman, there's definitely some chafing going on in random places. This side needs to be like more like that one. Got my swim skin on. Did a little bit of dry land warm up, but not too much. Slowly made my way to the swim start. Just did a little bit of a swim warm up, maybe 200 meters with a few accelerations. I felt good in the water, my legs felt fresh, my arms felt fresh. So I wasn't too stressed. I just needed to make sure that I got on the right feet at the start of this swim, because there were some really, really good swimmers. I think this was the best swim field there's ever been in a long course distance event.
DATEV Challenge Roth is underway, and you can see Sam Laidlow in the gold cap.
First 400, 500 meters, there was definitely a bit of argy-bargy, just because there were so many good swimmers. There must have been like 10 guys there who were all really good. Yeah, 500 meters was pretty hard, and then we kind of settled into a nice tempo. The swim, it's always so long. It's sort of 3.8k swim is so fucking long, even though it's the shortest of the three disciplines. But after 2k, you just can't wait to get out and get onto the bike, or at least in my case, that's the situation. And yeah, it was a good swim. I think we swam pretty well. We swam similar time to what people had been swimming with a wetsuit on previous years, like the front pack had with a wetsuit. A small acceleration at the end, so I was kind of like sixth in line behind Aaron. Obviously some of these guys were wanting the swim bonus that they have with their swim sponsorship if they come out first of the water. So I think we had like we were 5 seconds behind them at the swim exit. Jonas, who was still with them the front three, he came out of T1 so fast that I didn't even see him. I didn't notice that he was there. So by the time we jumped on the bike, Jonas already had a 30-second lead on me. I was second out of T2. But at this point, I thought I was first. I didn't know that Jonas was in front, and people were giving me gaps saying Jonas is 30 seconds, like 30 seconds to Jonas, and I thought Jonas was 30 seconds behind us, which was quite a surprise. And then the gap quickly went to like 1:15, and I thought, oh, well, he must have had a mechanical or something, or dropped the chain, or. Jan came past me and said, okay, let's go. And I didn't really see the point of going right then, just because the group was so big, and I like to get my heart rate down a bit after the swim. And now I understand why, because Jonas was up the road. Stayed in this. I actually had quite some bad cramping going on in them first 30 Ks or so. So I don't know if it was just something that was like a bit misaligned in my body, or if I got on the bike. It's quite an awkward movement to get on the bike, especially if the bottle was behind the saddle. But I decided to just wait in this pack and see how it unfolded. I was also curious to see how it would work with the race ranger being public, and yeah, I've never seen so little lights lit up in the pack, which was great to see. After about 50 minutes of pedaling, I had 290 watts, I think, which is pretty low for my Ironman. So I decided to then make a move. I kind of had chosen tactically where it would be, and I had quite a big chainring on, so I thought I could get away from the smaller guys on a kind of false flat downhill just before the climb. I haven't looked at the data yet, but I think I did probably a solid 15 to 20 minutes at around 400 watts. Felix, the organizer, was on the motorbike, and he was giving splits to the pros, and as I attacked, like after about 15-20 minutes, he told me, oh, 1 minute to Jonas and 45 seconds to the group. I was thinking Jonas has caught back to the group almost, and the group's trying to chase me. And then he says 30 seconds to Jonas, and I'm like, oh, well, Jonas is riding really strong. He's actually coming back to me. After that kind of 20-minute hard stint, I decided to use the descent to get my heart rate back down, and then just ride to my normal Ironman power, which with my current fitness level was about 320 watts. And so I did. I rode 320, 330, 340. The gap to Jonas wasn't really moving. It was still around 30, 40 seconds. So I decided then to start slowing down a little bit, riding closer to 300, and the gap then was going out. Obviously, Jonas was going harder than that, and the gap went up to like 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30, I think, at some point. And so I was thinking, oh well, Jonas is slowing down, like he's struggling.
We're at kilometre 70 on the bike course, just at the top of Solar Hill, the most famous climb in triathlon, where you get tens, probably hundreds of thousands of people, Tour de France style.
Start of the second lap, I start hearing that the gaps are getting smaller. I start hearing 2 minutes, 145, 130, and at this point I knew that the last 50, 60k of the bike were going to be hard anyway, because I just hadn't done the training I needed to be strong in that last 60k. So at one point it got to like 40 seconds. I thought that Jonas was catching me again, so I decided to slow down again and kind of work with him and just relax a bit, and then the lead got bigger again.
So Jonas Schomburg of Germany will be the first in to transition today. It'll be very interesting to see what bike time he ended up with. And here he comes. Sam Laidlow has made up such a significant amount of time in this last 10 kilometres.
So I came into T2 thinking I was in the lead still, and set out on the run still thinking I was in the lead. People were saying 1 minute to Jonas, but Jonas just set out super fast. At the first turnaround along the canal on the run, which is about kilometre 7, I want to say, or 8, I see Jonas come back, and I'm still 500 metres away from the turnaround, and my first reaction is he's cut the course. I was so confused. I was about to tell the referee that he'd cut the course somewhere. So then I just had to think about it for a minute. And it took me that 1K pretty much about 3 minutes to figure out that actually maybe I hadn't been leading the race the whole day and that he was in front. Yeah, at that point it was a bit of a shock, but nothing I could really control. I was hitting paces that I was pretty happy with. I was running 344s per K consistently, which given my current fitness or even when I have been fit is good for me. And so yeah, I just focused on making sure I was like a metronome on that front and just keeping hitting them Ks in under 345s. And yeah, I just kept doing that. And I knew that the way Jonas was racing, it was either going to really work or he was going to blow up. About kilometre 21, Jonas started to slow and I just kept steady, kept the same pace. So yeah, at kilometre 20, he had a 3-minute lead. And I think by kilometre 30, I had caught him up. But then I still had 10K or so left. When I overtook him, I was very confident that I could take the wins. I still felt good. But equally, there's always doubts in Ironman. I mean, I've blown up so many times that I still wanted to make sure that I carried on running. And also Jonas was impressive because I built up about a 45-second lead on him and I was still going at the same pace, and then he kind of got a second win, let's say, and the gap stayed at 45 seconds. And I would say it's quite stressful because if you just slow down a tiny bit or cramp or something, that's it, that's your 45 seconds gone. There's a long kind of 4K climb from kilometre 33 to 37, and it's a real drag, and also 45 seconds when you're running up a hill doesn't look like a lot because Jonas is obviously going slower, so you could probably see me at some points. It was very hard for me because I came into this race physically not at my peak, so yeah, I had to dig very deep mentally. I really wanted it. As I said, when I woke up that morning, I wanted to execute my race plan. I wanted to get the best out of myself, and I just carried on focusing on that. The last 3K were really horrible. I really was just worried that I was just going to completely collapse, and I was even thinking during the race, I was like, oh, if I make it to the finish line first here, I'm worried I'm not even going to be able to celebrate. when you come into the stadium and see all the crowds and the cheers, it definitely makes you forget the pain a bit. And I was just about able to celebrate. And give Felix a big hug, thank him for inviting me, for believing in me and believing that I could perform here. Then next kind of 10 minutes after the finish line, they're almost like I don't know how to say it, they're moments that stay with you forever, but they're also like a blur. Because yeah, you're kind of in disbelief and your happiness levels are through the roof. More than for myself, I was so happy for my team, my parents, my girlfriend, and everyone that's invested time and energy into me, because yeah, they really got me to this start line this time. I was going to drop out of this race. I'd literally sent a message to my dad and to my manager and everyone saying that I wasn't going to do it, and they convinced me to do it, and boy were they right. Yeah, so definitely dedicating this victory to them. It's been the most amazing week of my life. Obviously winning the World Championships for me was a big deal, but for me, experiencing this victory was more than just about pure performance. I'm honestly in awe of this event and what Felix and Catherine and their family have done. And it really speaks true to me because I'm a big believer in looking at the bigger picture and looking way beyond your own lifetime. And my family are the same. My grandfather coached my dad and my uncle, who were both very good triathletes, and they didn't quite make it, let's say, as professionals, but then they used that experience to pass on to me, and it's thanks to them that I get to live these moments. And who knows, maybe my kids will go on to be great triathletes or have an impact on the sport, and we can go down as the greatest family in triathlon, which is definitely a goal of mine, I would say. To Felix and Catherine and all the volunteers, yeah, everyone that's played a role, the supporters out there in Roth, it's truly unique, and it just leaves you speechless. I know people go on about it being incredible, but it really is. If I'm being brutally honest, you need to experience it once in your lifetime. It's more than just a triathlon, it's more than just a festival. It's just something you got to experience once in your life, and I've been lucky enough to win it this year, and I'll be back, and I want to win it over and over again, baby.